Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight with the Mighty Misfit Menagerie, or...
Cass, that was really weak.
That was so weak.
Me and Hank are on strike.
I told a very long, very bad joke prior to beginning to set everybody in the right mood for tonight, and I have two cast members on strike now from our D&D party.
See, now it's like, you can't tell the joke again. We will not listen to it again.
No.
But our viewers are like, what is the joke?
Yeah.
If you want to hear the joke, he'll put it on Patreon.
Trust me, you don't want to. Very long.
It's so long.
It is so
What
long.
we can do is just upload one sentence of the joke a week for a couple of years.
For a couple years.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
But half of it's in the delivery. You can't just write it down.
It didn't land.
True. And it's looking at
Do a video
your beautiful face.
of you telling the joke, Coulter.
I could. There you go. That also
The
works.
whole time it's the TikTok dramatic slow zoom.
And then you could just have me and Hank in the background shaking our heads in disappointment the entire time so they can get the full experience.
Exactly. I love it. I love it. Now that we've confused everybody enough with things that they have not and never will hear, I would love to hear about things that
Cat.
they may have already seen.
We did!
What's the time? What's the time?
I would love to... Oh my God.
A minute and 20 seconds.
I deserve that. I deserve that. Now that we're done talking about things that you'll never see or hear, I would love to talk about things that you may have already seen and heard. And for more information on that, Helena, would you mind gracing us with a recapitation?
That's me.
Coulter's going to edit a new intro over this whole thing.
It's just my clip. Like everything else is the same. You guys are reacting to nothing. And like,
It's just a still shot.
We're not even wearing the same clothes.
He just takes an intro from a different episode.
it happens every episode, so I don't know if I have one where I'm not breaking.
Last week you did okay.
Yeah.
The last time we began not with the crew that you've been following, but with a brand new friend, which I would say was actually really mean of Coulter as a DM. I mean, like, who throws a brand new character? First thing, role play.
The first thing she said before we started rolling was, I'm really nervous to roll
About
play."
the role.
So Coulter said, it's on you, babe. So we met our new character, Basil of Baker Street. Not really, but we find that he has been exploring the castle and looking for people who are not frozen in time. He got this note telling him how to get through the door at the top of the stairs. He finds this sweet sword, and the sword talks, and the sword's like, I am bloodthirsty, let us kill together forever. And he's like, yeah, I'm ready. So he wants to kill a dragon or a winged thing. I'm thinking dragon, or unfortunately Zybilna's friend, the Jabberwock. Back to us bozos, we're fighting that stupid idiot Kellock, and he goes down like a little bitch. And we get a cool flame sword, some more armor, some other cool stuff. Basil came in during the fight, and he's like, yo, what's up? I knew how to get through the door at the top of the way, so you know you can trust me. And we're like, maybe. And he's like, well, okay, but I gotta slay this dragon. You with me? And we're like, we're in for that. That night we long rest. Jeltra dreams of her mother and her granny arguing. There's some shape shifting. It's surreal. The granny turns into Tasha, turns into that other one that I can't. Okay, anyway, so we're like, oh my God, when Jeltra wakes up, we're like, Zybilna is, Tasha is your grandmother. I think we all get there. At least the smarter members of our group do, yes?
Wow. Say my name.
I was including myself in the not smart members. Hope you understand. Tasha also was like, I'm not going to let this happen to Jeltra anymore. And so when Jeltra awakes, she's telling us about how things happened, but then all of a sudden she hears her granny's voice and is like, I'm gonna help you out. And then she disappears. And now we don't know what happened. But then she wakes up. We don't know this, but she wakes up and Granny's like, I did you a favor. On a note, Jeltra wakes up. She's got a note from Granny that's like, I did you a favor. Recapitated.
Like the gentle viewer knows where Jeltra is. We just don't know.
Yes.
Speaking of which, Basil, I try and kill you.
Oh, that's valid.
So as you're all standing around the spot where Jeltra used to be.
Spot where it happened.
Yes. What are you doing?
Jeltra?
Basil, you were poised to comfort Jeltra
Yes.
before she dissolved.
And then dissolved, and I was like,
So Basil was touching Jeltra when she disappeared.
Reaching out to.
reaching out to.
So
There's gonna be a gentle.
Nickade is going to, like a frantic animal, trying to run around and find Jeltra.
Just kind of, Well,
dwarf, you got 30 seconds, and I will draw my weapons.
I will also draw my weapons in that case.
Where did... I would like to instantly sit down, start shuffling my tarot deck, and see what the ancestors are saying to me.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check, and you can use, even if you're not proficient, you can use your proficiency bonus with it.
Let us remain calm. Maybe that has something to do with what she was talking about.
Is this tower have a roof?
Yes.
How high?
20 feet?
As I lay them out, I have a 10.
Okay. All the cards say to you, as you're kind of reading through them, is check the paper.
Cody, do you see paper anywhere?
Oh, Cody is. I think Cody and Basil are like anime showdown, like
Yeah.
black cuts. Like we're 2 seconds away from screaming and powering up.
I am standing between you, holding my hands up, trying to diffuse the situation.
And I'm just blindly not paying attention to how mad either of you are or what you're both doing, going, where's the paper? Paper.
What paper?
Check the paper.
Can I look for a paper?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an investigation check, Basil. Roll either a history or a perception check.
Oh, cool.
19.
That's a 9.
As Basil is too distracted, Percy, you remember that Basil said a random piece of paper was slipped out of a crevice in the servants' quarters. And that was what allowed him to open the Snicker-Snack chamber.
Give me your paper. Read the paper.
On it, there is no more password of the door. It is entirely blank. But in a frantic font, I'm okay. I don't know if anyone can see this. I hope you are all okay. And as it goes across, reaching the end, the beginning begins to fade away. And then it starts over. Back home. Don't know why. Can't come back. And it's
Jeltra's
across.
gone. She's at home.
And can write legibly.
Wait,
Yay!
Jeltra can't write.
Oh no. So it's well, if she's home, then maybe the Feywild's influence.
Oh, so the magic note coming out of the guy who disappeared her suddenly is evidence that she's safe? That makes sense.
I did nothing.
Jeltra was talking about this connection she has to the Witch Queen, and it was confirmed last night in her dream.
Right after we meet this person.
Do I look like a witch queen to you?
Well,
Is that a trick question? Because kind of.
A witch queen. So,
It's the best thing that we know. It's the only thing that we know. We have to just trust that Jeltra's okay. And when we're done here, we can find her.
Hold on to the paper just in case.
Please write to me when you can, so I know you're all alive.
Hello?
Question mark.
Percy? Question mark.
Jeltra! In all caps.
This is just Horton here too.
Yes. Smiley emoji, crying emoji, smiley emoji.
Why would she use emojis?
it is Jeltra. She's such a
Jeltra
crier.
would totally use emojis.
Filter would use too many, actually.
You're
I
okay?
have a good feeling about this person.
She... Could Nickade put all the two and two together and surmise what us as players know? That Zybilna is her grandma and
So
kept her home?
I believe when we were talking about the recap, at least the two of you figured it out last
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah. Zybilna is her grandmother.
It was very special knowing her. I hope our paths cross again.
We just fought Kellic yesterday. If she just went home, does that mean we're done?
Well, we still have to fear Zybilna.
we have to
And
fix
that.
its place, right?
Yeah. Either the most dangerous thing already happened and we're safe, or the most dangerous thing is about to come.
Or we're in the room with it.
Cody, it's
I'm just
okay.
here to kill dragons, apparently. That is it.
We have fought.
We slept near him. He could have killed us in our sleep.
You would have
He
been first.
essentially did.
What do you mean? Jeltra lives.
I'm just gonna walk over and hug Cody, which is probably at like hip level.
Yes, we could all use a hug right now. This is an emotional time.
I come in for the group hug.
I bounce a dart off the ground with Percy pushing it down and tink it off of the weapon, but like not harming Basil. Be like, you back up.
I hug your leg and then grab.
Eggs.
We will all miss Jeltra.
I fly up. Just enough for Basil. We're just out of Basil's reach.
I'm a dwarf, so
If anyone's paying attention, Nickade is crying.
Percy.
I'm sorry, my friend. I know you had a close relationship with her.
are you all right, small rabbit?
Yes.
And you trust the dwarf who, by all evidence, caused this to happen to your lady love.
The dwarf was not the cause, and if the dwarf so wished, I would be dead right now. I slept great, actually.
Tell him being dragon bait would probably make him feel better.
You could be dragon bait. Why would I kill you?
That's the reason why you wouldn't kill us.
It's
So
very
we were
cathartic.
safe.
Snicker snack makes points. All right.
He has a point.
I also make holes and cuts.
And holes and cuts. He says.
Can Cody make an insight check? Maybe that will help.
Yes.
Don't make a character with 6 intelligence.
6?
You have no strong
Your
feelings.
insight tells you that something evil is afoot. It doesn't tell you that it's Basil, but it does tell you that something evil is afoot.
I'm looking for a reason not to PvP.
It doesn't tell you that it's Basil.
Quickly, somebody distract Cody.
Would you like me to service you before we head out for the day?
feel like we don't have time, my love, and I don't know if we would be safe to fully let go with potential enemy amongst
I
us.
walk over and I put my arms out to hug Basil.
How tall are you comparatively?
We established that Basil is definitely taller, but like probably to like here or something.
Okay.
With ears, you're the same height.
The ears come up. That's fair.
So
I'll try to dodge your ears a little bit at
the
the
kid
top.
goes for the under and fully just like turns so that way his back is to Cody. And if Basil wants to stab me, he's going to right now.
So you turn Basil's back
Well,
to
that
me?
would be so.
No, I turned my back.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh, she wanted to stab him.
Look at you through the ears.
The feel of the warm dwarven breath traveling down them actually is pleasant.
You're welcome.
It's like hugging a comfortable furnace.
After our embrace, I checked that the beating heart is still in my waist pocket of holding.
It is still as gross as ever.
The cold heart actually became kind of comforting.
This one's a lot pleasant, but
A lot more squelchy, probably.
yeah.
Ugh.
What will you all do standing in this tower?
Well,
Like to clear the rest of the dungeon and then go dragon hunting.
Aye, aye, Captain.
An excellent choice.
whenever my swarm is near Basil, it turns into mosquitoes.
So where you are right now, you have an option to go up, down, or out across the void to the other balconies you can see here.
Wasn't there a door in the basement too?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, there was.
He is not.
So what
Cereal?
is the
Come on.
void?
Are
I'm new to the void.
you asking them or?
Like in general, is the void
It's like
able to be
storm
traversed?
cloud.
Oh.
We don't know.
It goes infinitely up and down. Like we can't
Okay.
see that.
Ooh, and we used shelter to get over here.
You did partially use shelter to get over here.
You mean we all don't have a dimension door?
No.
Let's go up so we clear whatever's above us and then.
Well,
go back
above us
down.
is the Snicker Snack room.
Oh, so that's already been cleared.
No. Remember we made love up there.
Okay, then we can go down.
So it wasn't very memorable.
Already feeling very betrayed.
So you said down?
This is what's causing the distractions in your lovemaking.
At two? At two go deep?
Coming back into the throne room, you find it much as it was the night before, with all of the bodies you left behind on the ground and the missing shards of the stained glass windows, through which you can see the top of the void beyond. There are several archways coming out of this, leading into alcoves, as well as, excuse me, one set of double doors.
I'll go listen at the double doors.
I wait for Basil to walk by so I can walk behind him.
It is near silent, with just the sound of tumult that you've heard anytime you're in this space, with the void gently rumbling and the occasional crackle of lightning.
Like the base word for tumultuous.
Yes.
I've never heard that before. It's like tumult.
A loud, confusing noise, especially when caused by a large mass of...
No, it was perfectly used.
I didn't know. Well, as soon as you said that, I was like, is that not actually words? English is weird, guys.
English is hard.
Yeah, I'd like to approach the doors as well.
Be careful.
Just approach. Just kind of hoist the flaming sword over my shoulder and just stare you down.
I'm getting a little jealous of this whole flaming sword thing. All I'd like to say is, it doesn't kill dragons.
It does not, but I don't have an extra sheath, so
If you... on the ground? And hanging off of Warduke's body is a scabbard and sheath for the sword.
All right, I'll take it.
I really
Got one
thought
on each
Snickersnack
side.
was suggesting you could just leave it here.
Yeah, I'd like to. Now I've got one on each side.
Excellent.
Well, there's a lovely space just outside that window and that endless void. You could just tuck it right in there.
Are you opening the door?
I believe Basil is opening the door.
No,
Gods above, another balcony.
Since Kerrigan has not seen this room before,
Yeah.
the rectangular courtyard is open to the twilight sky. It has no visible floor. Instead, a vortex of dark clouds churns below. A marble tower, which is what you're standing in, rises from the maelstrom, encircled by 7 turrets. 4 stone staircases extend from the outer areas of the palace to the tower, each one part of a buttress that spans the void and stabilizes the central tower. Part of the tower has been exploded outward, and stony fragments are hanging in the air above all of you.
Suspended?
Yes, frozen in time.
Ah. Interesting.
Well, Basil, it looks like this is where we part ways, as you can't fly, and I will, like, scoop up Solstice and start flying away.
Can I throw a rock and hit him out of the sky?
what?
Is there anything we can see from the balcony that, like, from being out here that we can see
Yeah,
outwards?
you can see the buttresses on either side, with the stairs leading up. You can see a balcony across the way, and you can see that there's windows on these turrets of the main palace.
Okay.
And upstairs was a very similar sight, looking out the hole in the wall, because you guys were sleeping in the room with the hole in the wall.
That's right. And we're trying to go down, not up.
We don't know where we're going.
Or we're just going somewhere.
Yeah, they just all that you'd known before was that there was these 2 double doors that you hadn't opened yet.
Oh,
So that's how we got back down here.
I see.
There are, as you kind of remember just from spatial imbalance, there were balconies on the other sides that like led into the room where the rugs were, that led into the main entry hall, that led into the carriage room.
Every door we find is just another goddamn balcony.
Dungeons are fun.
are-
We've only seen one room.
There are balconies on the other side of the map as well that kind of match the ones you saw on the first side.
But we haven't been
Okay.
able to get access to those rooms.
No, I mean there's you can tell flying around that there are balconies there, but you haven't been inside those rooms before. No,
Is this directly across from us, or is it down, or is it up?
directly across.
What if we need to get out of this tower? What if I fly across and like set some pitons or something and make a rope across? We need to get out of this stupid tower.
I can call help.
How far is the distance?
45 feet. Can I do that?
Go across with a rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And set some pitons.
Okay, so Solstice is standing holding one side of the rope, and you are moving the other over here.
Yep.
Right.
Goes. Want me to?
Go ahead and make a survival check.
$17.
Feels good.
Okay.
Feels like you really found, with the softness of the marble, a good foothold for this painting.
Ooh, softness of the marble doesn't sound good.
It's ready. Can someone bring Cosmo?
How much does he weigh?
2 tons, I think.
Whoa.
Wow.
2 tons of what?
I love.
Can we disassemble him and bring him over in pieces?
That's rude.
You want to die?
150 to 220 pounds.
How did you find that out?
Google.
You just Googled metal hamster?
I googled what is the weight of an iron defender.
Oh, okay. If we work together, we could both get him across. We could just fly him across.
Yeah.
Because I can lift drag 300, but I have armor and stuff, so I would need a little help. I fly very slow though.
And the rest of you are using the rope to get across?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess so.
Okay, so those of you that are flying, you're fine. You don't need to check. Those of you that are using the rope to get across, I need an acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay, do you have Misty Step? Could you like jump into the void and then Misty Step the rest of the way?
I wish.
12.
19.
What order are you going in?
I'll be last. 18.
Right.
We secured Solstice's side of the rope too, so you said that Solstice was holding it.
Yes, on this side you can tie it to the pillars. I need Solstice to make a dexterity save.
5.
I need both of you to make dexterity saves.
Well,
So that's a 2.
Oh no.
It's got attached to this character.
that's a 9.
Basil loses his grip on the rope and begins to plummet into the vortex below.
on
Both
brand.
Solstice and Cade try to reach out to help, but neither are able to grab him fast enough.
Is Basil close enough to a wall that I could maybe like
Maybe.
pin him?
Maybe this is where we find out that the void doesn't really matter, and you just land outside of the palace.
What are he?
a
So
city.
you're kind of crossing in the middle here between. So what were you doing?
Well, I'm flying, so like, is it possible to like, I don't know, do that like movie thing where you like pin somebody's clothes to a wall?
Oh, with the... I getcha.
I
Very
don't
cool.
think so.
It doesn't seem very realistic. You just see it in movies all the time.
Like this is roughly where you all kind of.
Can Snicker Snack save me somehow?
I got something.
Okay.
Vortex word?
Basil,
Yeah.
just let it happen.
Okay. Not much of a choice. Sure.
I'm gonna cast Vortex Ward,
Okay.
and because Basil hasn't fallen a whole lot, right?
This is like an instant.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and then Basil over here.
Woo.
Just gotta willingly fail your Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. As Basil is just about to fall in, are you wearing? In the picture, you're wearing a tunic. Are you wearing like a cape or anything of that nature?
I think the only thing I have on is I have chainmail on, but there was the was there a cape in that stuff I took from Snicker Snack's room?
There was a cape and a helm.
I put both of those on, I believe.
So the cape, as you are vortex warped over, you hear this shredding sound, and when you pop back into existence on the balcony, the edge of the cape is frayed and torn, as if it was sent through a blender,
All right. Better it than me.
where it touched the vortex.
Ooh,
On the other side, the rest of you are able to make it over okay. It is a very tight squeeze, having all of you on this single balcony, but you are able to fit. There is a door with a lion's head cameo above it.
Ooh.
In front of this balcony?
it's open though, right? Because I thought all of those doors open.
Whose name is written in the book?
Everybody's.
Okay.
Except
No. Yeah,
Except for
Solstice.
Solstice.
So I just open the door?
It opens.
God fucking damn.
Me and Percy just
What?
go the knob turns and me and Percy just go.
What's that big
What was another
token?
book that we had found?
I don't fucking.
And that
What the
one,
fuck is that?
All the doors weren't opening because our names weren't written in the passage.
Is this allowed?
And
Is
so
this
all of us were like,
allowed?
okay, we wrote our names. Solstice was the only one who didn't
Oh, I
write.
should really turn
Oh,
that
okay.
on.
All
Party.
That is
Right.
fucking Jabberwock.
a grand ballroom lies before you. The northern part of the floor is littered with the splintered remains of 3 doors that have been knocked from their hinges, leaving openings through which you can see adjoining rooms. Throughout the ballroom, royal courtiers are standing motionless, their eyes fixed on a black iron cauldron atop a dais in the middle of the chamber. Dark vapors rise from the cauldron, and a huge dragon-like monster is coiled around it. The dragon's body twitches slightly, and its closed eyelids flutter as it dreams. Two figures are frozen statue-like off to one side of the cauldron. An imperious, middle-aged woman with long white hair and white robes, and a younger woman clad in armor and wearing a white cape. The older woman is reaching desperately towards the cauldron, while the armored woman at her side is grasping at a fine-looking quarterstaff. And for your reference, this is what is coiled around the cauldron.
That's not a
Oh,
dragon.
look at that cutie.
Aw.
He is very handsome.
Like his eyes.
Shrinking into the
I was gonna
madness.
say he would be so cute if his eyes weren't so soulless.
I see so much soul in those eyes.
I see so much
Is,
in those eyes.
is that the dragon?
Yes.
Oh.
Murder is in the air.
Oh, it's the stick.
I believe it is time. I think Snicker Snack is time for just
Talking out loud.
Question.
whispering.
Point of order, are the two beings next to Jabberwock, are those two frozen in time, or are they actually moving?
They're frozen in time.
Okay.
Does one look
That's
like...
those two, right?
Have we seen a picture of Zybilna?
You saw the younger version, and this does look like the aged up
Version of
of who
Zybilna.
was in the portrait.
And, okay. So, out of character, knowledge we know. The Jabberwock loves Zybilna. It's her pet,
Oh.
right? So, there's something about
She
a
looks
cauldron at some point.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Does it look like the old lady that saved Percy?
Percy, roll a history or perception check.
Disadvantage?
With advantage, as it is a core memory for you.
15.
This looks very much like the sorceress that appeared to you and gave you your key.
Just save her.
How do we save her?
I don't know. There's a giant Jabberwock.
Which is her friend, right?
Yeah.
So we should. But
I look around for large mirrors. Are there any large mirrors?
No. No, no.
do we have? There's something about the cauldron.
We have to.
There was letters about the cauldron, wasn't there?
Snickersnack says in your mind,
What are you waiting for? If they will not defeat evil, then they are evil themselves.
Oh, if we don't make a decision soon, Snickersnack's gonna want me to kill all of you. I'm just saying.
Like you already killed Childra?
Basil.
Where are our stream dice?
It's
I need a D10.
So you know, we're trying to save Zybilna. One. And her pet is the Jabberwock. Pointing to the dragon.
Margar has obviously picked her favorite.
Aww. Thanks, Mark.
How do we fix the curse? Is it a clock? Do we do something?
Yeah, there's a clock.
I look around for a clock. Is there a clock?
no.
Can
I
I
must be in a different room.
can I try to do like a history or something to remember what we know about the cauldron?
'Cause I know we read letters from the hags about the cauldron. Somebody said that we would need a unicorn horn to save Zybilna, but I don't know if that was after party talk or
I
not.
think that was after.
Yeah, I told you about the unicorn room after you'd given it away, since it wasn't going to come up again.
Well, that's why I'm trying to like clarify. 'Cause, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to say the wrong thing, but
Yeah, I don't think you guys were aware of that yet.
we did read a letter about a cauldron, not necessarily
Yes.
like this specific one, but there was a cauldron.
Yes, you did.
All right. Didn't somebody make a history check about like there being a famous cauldron associated with Baba Yaga?
I believe yes.
Yeah, like it would blah blah's
think that was
cauldron or
Children.
something.
Yes, that
But she shared it
aware
with us.
Hmm.
that there was a Nick Wilkes cauldron.
Can I, from here, just looking, make some kind of Arcana check or something at the cauldron to see if I think that multiple things are tied to this?
Say again.
From here, just looking at the cauldron, can I see if the cauldron is important or if it's just like a red herring?
Presently, this looks like an iron cauldron. It has. Let me tell you what it has. All these beautiful things. I have to show you both of these, unfortunately, but just so that you are aware of what it looks like. It looks like that iron.
The iron one.
Yes. With the eyes and the cats and the chicken feet.
I mean, Baba Yaga's house
Oh,
did
I
have chicken
love
feet, so
That cauldron,
That's a fun one,
actually.
yeah.
Those cats are so good. I wish they weren't standing on skulls, but, you know, nothing's perfect. All right, that's obviously a good cauldron.
This is black iron cauldron.
I'm gonna start sneaking along the edge of the room to like the nearest door to see if we can maybe step in. Yeah.
Roll for stealth and tell me which door you're going to.
Rough tonight. Okay. And I have disadvantage. Awesome. Okay. So it's gonna be a 7 for my stealth, and I guess they're both lion doors. I'm not gonna be able to get through them.
You refuse to sign.
Do I know that?
Uh,
I don't know if we figured that out, so I'm gonna go ahead and check the door, but I don't think it'll open for me. So
Which one are you going to?
the right one, whichever that one means to.
and Solstice did not sign the book.
As you make your way to the door, you trip on your face. You kick a rock and it skitters across the floor as you all hold your breaths watching. And it seems to begin to slow as it heads towards the Jabberwock in that last nail-biting moment. It taps it.
Oh my god.
And
I guess
you
very fire.
see one of those eyes open. Cat's Fairy Fire?
Yes. I guess very fire on the Jabberwock.
I wish to also drop.
Almost is kind of like a like I was holding on to the spell, like not intending to cast it, and then it like just kind of like a premature.
A premature
problem?
encapsulation. That's an 11. 11.
Fails.
All right. It is fairy fired. Roll initiative as it opens its mouth.
Snicker snack as this how happens. Like
Fantastic.
Fairy Fire is going to cast.
Excellent.
What is wrong with my initiative roll?
I would like to point out that if anyone is paying attention, the closer the rock got to the Jabberwock, the more poopy my fur got.
You know what would have been the funniest like meta moment if this was a cartoon show? It's like it would have been rolling and like like when it hit the Jabberwock, it's already awake because Nick's just playing like a suspenseful.
And it's like, and as it's slowing, it's going like the blunk, 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 blunk,
But like
blunk.
it taps it and then it, like the camera just swings up and it's like already awake because he's playing music.
It's
The
been
Jabberwock's
watching
just
the
like,
rock roll.
yeah.
Right.
And just
Okay.
breathes acid.
9.
All right.
13.
Percy.
16.
We're being attacked.
We are.
4.
Your highest AC initiative is 16 by a lot.
I think Percy just took us to Gapplebee's.
It's going
Sorry, what?
first.
Oh, you don't say.
It lets out a shriek of. It's a horrible bone-chilling sound.
May I?
Yeah.
That's probably louder than that, but that's what I got.
Louder and longer, but exactly that vibe.
Remind me on the break to show you guys baby bones.
No.
What?
I want to
Remind
see
me.
baby bones.
It's a show. It's not.
Inspiration.
Or you can use it on anything.
You
Excellent.
can. Thanks, Sparky Lee.
I wonder who that is. I've never seen her in chat.
I can't imagine. It's so strange. And let me give this guy something that you guys do not need to see.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Are you giving them advantage?
No. Holy macaroni. That is bigger than I expected.
If Basil dies fighting this thing, I'm fine with that. He fulfilled his oath to Snickersnack. I'm just putting that out there now.
We end Witchlight, we wait for Margar to come back, and then it's Jelcher leading a new party.
So all of them died, but in their honor.
As she gets to this moment, it's just all of us dead.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered to say our goodbyes. Okay, thank you guys so much for that patience as I figured myself out. Can you guys see that? Okay, cool. That's amazing.
What
I love
should
that
we
you
be
cannot see
seeing?
that.
Yeah, we
Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I don't
change it
worry about
back,
it
we
at
can.
all.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
I am strangely stressed out.
As it shrieks, locking eyes with Solstice, it makes its way across the room, slithering out from around the cauldron
Like an alien.
as it rears up to attack.
Is it slimy?
Does an 18 hit you?
Really didn't mean to intrude. Yes.
29 slashing damage?
Well,
We have more HP than that, don't we?
Does a 17 hit you?
Yes, means
18 slashing damage?
well, mark me down and scared and horny.
Why would you also be horny?
Because he's scared.
And then it turns to look at Cody and Percy,
And then
and I need you both to make a dex save.
No.
Snickersnack, you better not let me down on this.
Not 20.
Okay?
fails.
Don't say it.
Wait, I'm actually proficient in dex saves, so hang on. I'm gonna take the first number because it's just 3 higher. 13?
Okay. That is 31 fire damage as it looks at both of you and shoots a 120-foot long, 5-foot wide line of fire out of its eyes.
So,
It has laser eyes?
Yes. So half for you,
how much was it?
31.
Okay,
So
so
15 for you and 31 for Cody.
is it me?
Presently, yes.
Okay, so I can make use my an attack as a reaction.
From second.
Okay.
This
Yeah, it's really rough tonight. That's
just
gonna
switch
be.
Yeah, let's.
Well, I already did. Look.
no, with each other.
Here you go.
Maybe we hate each other.
12.
Does not hit.
Here you go. Thank you. And here for you. Well, maybe you should just stick with your own.
Yeah. Notorious.
no one wants your person.
I'm not gonna.
That's going to bring us to Percy.
Okay.
Percy.
Oh, Percy, you also got a D8 from me.
Percy, I need you to make a charisma saving throw. As you begin to recognize that between those shrieks, it is blabbering at itself. It is just whispering these noises as it.
Another net 20.
You.
Where were you fucking with me, buddy?
Okay. You make the save. Let me just double check this.
And now everyone's immune to it. Right?
Forever.
It just exudes so much confidence.
Actually, you exude so much confidence that Jabberwock goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, bro. See you there.
You are able to shake off the sound as it begins to invade your ears, as if it's bouncing around your skull, and you may take your action.
I already hear voices, so it's
We'll see if that helps Kate at all.
yeah. Oh god, do I attack this shit or do I figure out the culture?
Both me and Solstice are at half HP. Killing it fast as possible is probably the
You guys just took a full rest. Oh, but you just took a lot of
I
damage.
just took a lot of damage.
I mean, yes, since that last attack, we took a long rest. Sure.
That's what he said, right?
We close the doors again, take a little nap.
Excuse me.
I don't think your name's in the book.
We just have to sidestep and let it fall into the void, really, actually.
Where it shredded your cloak to nothing?
We let the Jabberwock fall into the void.
I'm pretty sure the Jabberwock can fly.
Well, a little distracted enough.
I'm just hoping your sword is really good at killing
We're
Jabberwocks.
gonna find out. It's pretty determined, okay?
So
It's not on me.
Sorry, I'm just reading one. Oh, you're good.
Is a spell an attack action?
Depends.
Depends on the spell.
Yeah. Well, no. So the attack action is specifically the action labeled attack. There can be attacks with spells, but that's the spell casting action.
Okay.
So if it says the attack,
So I can't cast a spell and attack.
no.
unless it's a bonus action.
Or unless you're an Eldritch Knight fighter.
Smitty Smite.
I'm going to point the ring at it.
Ooh.
And do we think it's resistant?
It just fires laser beams at us.
And a sphere of lightning is going to appear next to it. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to move. Well, actually, wait.
This little extra Percy is your lightning bolt.
I actually don't have to. I'm just going to make it 5 feet next to him, and then since he's within 5 feet, it's going to discharge.
Okay.
So, dex saving throw.
10.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Love it when Hank goes to get extra dice.
I do Jack. Can I have D12?
I would love to show you guys his stats after tonight. They're fun. I'm a fan.
Fine. 24
Okay.
lightning damage.
You hear it shriek again as the burbling is momentarily silenced. And then as soon as it finishes the shriek, all of you begin to hear once more.
And then Cosmo is gonna 5, 10, 15, 20. Cosmo goes here. Is he flanking? Or
Yes. He would also already have advantage because of the fairy fire.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
No need to plan.
Well, now if it moves, but you know.
He's double advantaged.
How high is the ceiling in this room?
20 feet.
18?
18 damage or 18 to hit?
18 to hit.
Hits.
Where's this? Hello?
I always see the water in my head.
Yes, that's exactly where my brain went.
That's where I got it from. That's where my life has gone. That's a what's PV? Proficiency bonus?
Proficiency bonus.
8 force damage.
Okay.
It, without moving the rest of its body, its neck on a swivel, turns and looks down at your defender with rage.
Yeah.
That'll bring us to
Right there,
Basil.
boy.
Basil, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma.
Oh no.
Nice.
I have to roll yours yet.
Ah, I went too far. Sorry.
On my turn, I have to roll 6 of them.
I missed my bards. I missed my bards. What's that? Is that
He was like, what the fuck is this symbol?
what is that?
You haven't even noticed this weird noise that it's making. There's too many things going on, and Snickersnack's like, kill the beast, kill the beast,
Snickersnack's
kill the
talking
beast.
too loud in my head to hear anything.
He is so stoked. He is super excited. He's been with you for like a day, and now this dragon, and it's time to fuck shit up.
All right, it's time.
And you're up.
And now I'm gonna fuck shit up. All right, well, I'm going to attack twice with Snickersnack, and then I have a bonus action. I'm
Where
gonna
would
start.
you like to move to stand?
Where am I?
You were out on the balcony here. I just put you next to it, but wherever you want.
It's very fire, so you get advantage from wherever.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Apologies.
Well, I need to be in melee range, so I'm gonna move up to.
You're in.
You are.
Am I now? Okay, well, I'll stay there then, honestly.
Great.
And I get advantage.
You do.
That's a 16. Oh, what's 18 plus 9? Does that hit?
27 hits.
Yeah, great. Okay.
Excellent roll for
27
damage.
hits God.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna, and then I'm just gonna advantage.
Yeah.
So that's an 11. Math. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's a 17 for my first damage.
It lets out, instead of a rage shriek, a shriek of pain and fear as its eyes connect with Snickersnack.
With
And it
Snickersnack.
seems like you have done some pain to it.
I wonder if it has vulnerabilities.
It's time for my second attack.
Second verse, same as the first.
Whenever it's ready.
All right, go ahead.
19.
What's a 19 to hit?
That'll hit.
Excellent, excellent. Actually, I'm gonna add this to my damage.
Nice.
Aw, rip. But still, thank you. So that's a 9 plus 6, 15? Is that correct math? 15?
Yep.
9 plus 6? So that's 15 damage.
It does not look good and does not look happy.
And then as a bonus action, I'd like to use my superiority die for the rally maneuver. And can you hear me or see me?
Yeah, I'm literally 5 feet from it.
Excellent. So unfortunately, you count as a friendly creature still.
Okay.
So you get temporary HP equal to 4. You get 4 temporary HP.
I need, as that happens, I need everybody except for Percy and Cade to make a dexterity save.
Except for us.
Yes.
Except for who and who?
Percy and Cade.
15.
Dexterity?
Yeah. It's a dex save.
Ooh, 22.
15.
Oh no, not dex. Sorry. 17. My bad.
Oh,
That does include Cosmo.
Thank you.
There's so many little tokens on the board.
Yeah, I'm waiting for all the little things to
If we
awaken.
cast Fireball in this room, are we murderers?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But are we murderer hobos? Because we do have houses.
Yes. As soon as you
Decide if
cast
you're
it,
okay with that.
as soon as you cast it, your houses vanish.
Huh.
yes.
Yes.
D&D banks are really specific. Sorry, we foreclosed. You killed a shopkeeper.
We repoed everything you have.
14.
Okay. Everybody except for Cody, so Basil, Solstice, and your buddy boy, Cosmo, are taking 15 bludgeoning damage. You are taking half of that as it flaps its wings and batters each of you against the closest surface.
Oh my god.
Does that mean we're also prone?
Rearing up on its hind legs as it does so. Oh, yes, you are knocked prone. Apologies.
But I made
you are
a
not.
mistake.
Everybody else is.
What did you get?
22.
22.
Excellent, and that will bring us to Cade.
Can I move just inside the room where it happened?
Room where it's
I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Fuck me running.
Okay.
I mean,
Me and Hank made the head gesture at the same time.
25.
You make it. What is wrong with all of you? Rather, what is right with all of you?
I wish we
Go ahead and take your action.
I'm under 20 HP. You shut your mouth.
I think it's more temporary.
Yeah, that they just got rid of.
Well,
Better than nothing.
that's not my fault.
I'm gonna walk in and just. I'm gonna call to Percy. Percy, I may need assistance, and I'm just gonna. And cast Rowlitham's Psychic Lance.
All right.
Int save from
I
it?
will warn you, it is resistant. How's a -2?
Alright.
After this set of characters, like Jake is never going to do psychic damage ever again. He's just like, no, this is the worst damage type.
and then the next adventure, everything is gonna be vulnerable to psychic.
No, and then he's gonna go, I'm gonna do poison damage.
Yeah. Be like, "Oh,
Can I feel one more d6?
Funny you mentioned that.
It's being plotted over there.
And was that a saving throw or a check?
Saving throw.
Saving throw.
Oh, that's a 20.
You said -2.
That was when it was a check.
Oh.
So did you re-roll it?
Yes, I rerolled. Okay, so we can use the original number and add the thing to it.
Yeah.
Apologies. 0. Does a 0 make it?
Oh, there's still time to quit, right?
Also, that means that he should have got a 16 for his dexterity save, but that's okay. We'll figure that as we go.
That's 8, 11, 12, 13, 15, 17 psychic damage.
Whew. You see it, its eyes go this like purpley black as its head rears up, and it refocuses its anger on you.
It is incapacitated until the start of my next turn as well.
No, it is not.
Oh.
Why?
I'm gonna need you to tell me what happens if he succeeds on that check.
Half as much damage and not incapacitated.
Legendary resistance, he succeeded on that check.
Okay, no.
But that's one down.
That was my only 4th level slot.
But
I'm so
wait,
sorry.
you have 4th level slots.
Yes.
Yeah. Full casters.
Ranger. Like, I got like 2nd level slots.
I have no slots.
All right, that's gonna bring
You
us
have
to
a magic
Cody.
sword.
Okay. I'm going to move further into the room,
To
like over here. Like I want to be far away.
Did the ball of lightning disappear?
yeah, it dissipates. Sorry.
All right. Now I'm going to attack 3 times.
So I don't think you can move quite that far.
I have 35.
Okay, so you can move 7. Yeah, so that could get you like here,
As far as I can
here.
get. There, it's fine.
Sorry, I didn't check.
Oh, you're good. But now he's still within the aura, and I need him to make a charisma save.
How did I cheat at this?
Remember
Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Okay,
In D&D Beyond, so everyone can see it.
I would just like to point out last week when we were like, is Calyx the BPEG? Huh, this doesn't feel so hard.
How dare you repeat my words to me?
How dare you repeat my words to me?
Seems like a lot for 6 seconds.
All right, so that's a 23,
hits,
a 16,
hits,
and a 17.
hits.
So that's
No, wait, sorry. 23, 16, and 17?
Yes.
Only the 23 hits, apologies.
Now you're just going drunk on
Sending-
power.
I am.
Sending all the kids back to their owners.
No, I like this one though.
And you can keep them.
Excellent.
You
You're in
betrayed me
jail.
last week.
He could spend some time on the clan. That's fine.
Bless you, Dave.
There's a sneezing man in.
Thank you. That's it.
It's spooky season.
It's spooky season.
You can leave.
Well, it was only 25.
Hey, the
He-
right there, just jump up.
Does not look good. He looks very bad and very unhappy, and he is bleeding profusely from several places on that long neck and his haunches. That'll bring us to Solstice. Solstice, can you make a charisma saving throw?
Okay. 24.
Okay, everybody passed it. Apparently, this is a useless ability.
Okay.
We're just charismatic.
Yes. Yeah.
I bang my armor twice, casting Branding Smite, and then attack twice. Am I flanking with anyone? Can I
You
flank?
are
Can I get
flanking,
into a
and you
flank?
also have advantage from Fairy
Oh,
Fire.
sweet.
Very fast coming in clutch.
Yeah.
Okay, so 26
Hits.
and 19.
Hits.
I know the attack bonuses are so high.
Do I get the Branding Smite on both of those?
No, it
No,
strikes once.
Okay. So those plus 8, so 8 plus 6, 14. I get to reroll this. Oh, 14 plus 6, 20, 28, 31, 37.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Decapitation.
Snicker snack wet the solstice.
Yeah, can I throw Snicker Snack for the flavor of it?
If you
Sure.
yeah.
Catch.
And I just bat it right into his eye, those
deserves
soulless
it.
eyes.
And the
deserves it.
head
Right.
falls off and thuds to the ground as Snicker Snack says, "Ooh, you're mine." Your attunement vanishes,
I have
and
a
your
flavor.
attunement begins.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Enjoy. He talks to you.
Oh boy.
Tell him I miss him.
We did it.
You are out of combat, and that is where we will take a break.
Wow.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Mighty Misfit Menagerie, Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and the dead Jabberwock.
The death of a job.
As you all stand with Snickersnack vibrating happily in Solstice's hand over the body of the Jabberwock, you are out of combat and remain in this ballroom.
Say, I need to remove that token from the board before I will be calm.
We're just gonna leave it there.
Is it dead?
As you
Yes.
say that, the tail goes.
Oh,
Fireball.
I believe so.
I think instinctively, just like two darts, like thunk into its side.
It is dead.
I want to examine the cauldron.
Okay. What are you doing to examine it?
I'm just
It looks exactly kind of like it was shown there. You can see that it is in a place of honor, and it's clear that Zybilna was attempting to reach for it when whatever happened.
I want to go up and thunk.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a dwarf. I would probably admire the craftsmanship of it and be like, this is solid.
Ooh, yeah, it's a good thumb.
Yeah,
That
give
sounded
it a nice
like
claw.
Basil goes up and kicks the tires.
you could fit so many in this thing.
Oh, it's good. Clunk, clunk. Yeah,
Oh,
I give it
Does
It's-
Basil
it is-
blow up?
it feels like solid cast iron craftsmanship.
good craftsmanship.
How close is Zybilna to it?
She is about 5 feet away,
Okay.
kind of adjacent.
In the
to it.
past, with the guy who was flying through space, we were able to move him, even though he was frozen, right?
Yes.
Can I
Can
just
I find this place?
push Zybilna into the cauldron.
Into it?
Next to it.
like to where like her hand touches it.
Yes.
It's
Nothing.
just kind of like a.
With a lot of effort and strength, you are able to push her till her hand reaches the cauldron, and nothing happens.
No. I've tried everything.
Um,
I start looking for clocks.
I would like to take a minute to cast Mending on Cosmo.
Okay.
Yeah, let's fuck that shit.
I'm out.
I go to ask Snickersnack a question and then realize he's not there and get a little sad.
Cody, exploring, there are 3 openings to this room aside from the doors. There's 2 doors on either side of the ballroom, and then there's spaces where the walls have been destroyed at the top of the ballroom, and then to either side.
I also cast Cure Wounds on myself while I'm looking around.
You see several goblins and pixies floating about as well.
All frozen.
Yes.
I make very clear after the necromancer thing that whenever I pass a frozen person to like do one of these to see if they're breathing.
So far, none of them are. You see a bullywug knight, 2 drow dressed in mage outfits, several winged goblins, and 2 quicklings.
What the fuck is a winged goblin?
Goblin with wings.
Like bird wings? Bug wings? Like what kind of wings are we talking?
The flying monkeys from...
More like a bat style of wing.
It's the flying monkeys.
Can I?
With no clocks.
No clocks.
No wristwatches, no pocket watches.
Can I cast Identify on the cauldron?
Sure. Are you using a slot or taking 10 minutes?
I have a scroll.
Excellent.
That I've been saving.
Okay, I'm gonna clear these alcoves, make sure there's nobody going to. I'm just making sure they're cleared.
I'll join.
Threats.
I'll
Excellent.
join in on that.
While that is happening, while the identify is being worked out here, Solstice, you see
You were good to me. I won't forget this.
a ruined stateroom, and it's clear from the way that it looks that the Jabberwock must have walked through and crushed a bunch of the furniture in its wake. And similarly, on the other side, Basil, you see the same, and you see another torn open wall on the other side that appears to lead to a pool where steam rises from a murky bathing water. Tiled floor around the bath is cracked and ruined, as though something huge had stomped across it. Whatever caused this damage also left a gaping hole in one wall, through which you can see open air and the twilight sky.
Can I lean over the water and look into it, see if I can see anything?
Sure. In the water, it looks to be about 8 feet deep and is mostly opaque, but you can see that at the bottom of this warm pool are a pair of silver armlets, an ornate steel dagger, and a silver helmet adorned with a black feather. This appears to be the hoard of the Jabberwock.
I want it.
Are you going to go in to get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I have
Basil
right
turns into a
swim speed,
mains.
but Basil does not think before he does things.
You are able to easily gather each of the things. It is a little difficult with your chainmail, but there is enough of a step in the water to be able to go in and out.
Okay, excellent.
As
Do dwarves
soon-
float?
Yes, in my world they do.
Does that mean that Basil can't get down to the stuff? Because
With the,
Well, humans float too.
they're
They
so
can
buoyant. It's just like.
You're frantic splashing.
when you all do hear the splash as Basil goes into the water. As soon as you lay your hand,
Basil.
as soon as you lay your hand on the dagger, it whispers to you, "Soon."
You guys can have the rest of the things. I'm keeping the talking dagger. I've had good experiences with talking weapons. Hello. Soon what?
That's it.
All
No other
right.
response.
Put it away. Welcome aboard, I say.
All right. So with Identify, Will crafted this wondrous cauldron with the help of her adopted mother, the Archfey Baba Yaga. The cauldron has two forms. Only a Gwil or Baba Yaga can change the cauldron from one form to another, which either can do without being attuned to the item. In the first form, the cauldron is made of solid gold and embossed on the outside of images of bare branched trees, falling leaves, and broomsticks, and you get this image in your mind as you're casting the spell. In its second form, the one presently before you, it is made of iron and embossed on the outside with images of bats, toads, cats, lizards, and snakes, 8 of each animal. In either form, the cauldron is roughly 3 feet in diameter and has a 2-foot wide mouth, a round lid with a molded handle at the top, and 8 claw feet for stability. The cauldron weighs 80 pounds when empty and can hold up to 100 gallons of liquid. Any humanoid creature that attunes to the cauldron must succeed on a con save, or something will happen to them. In the state, I'm going to leave that off so you can decide whether you want to do with that or not.
He can't.
Yes.
He's not a humanoid.
Oh.
We were just talking about it.
Regardless of which form it takes, the cauldron has the following random properties. 1 minor beneficial property and 1 minor detrimental property.
And that's it?
You can only get the information on the iron cauldron, as that's the form that it's in right now. You'd have to identify the gold cauldron in order to see that piece of it, but you should know that it can change. The iron cauldron, you can use an action to scream into the empty cauldron, which magically summons a swarm of bats.
That sounds amazing.
The swarm obeys your commands and disappears after 1 minute if it hasn't been destroyed by then. Once used, it cannot be used again until the next dawn. If at least 1 gallon of blood is poured into the cauldron and stirred for 1 minute, it turns into a cloud of harmless black smoke and erupts from the cauldron and dissipates quickly. At the same time, all humanoid creatures within a certain radius of the cauldron fall unconscious for 1 hour. The radius of the effect is 100 feet per gallon of blood used. Except for the person attuned. Tying a dead frog or toad to the end of an ordinary branch and dipping it into the water-filled cauldron transform the branch into a wand of polymorph with 3 charges.
Wow. Very
If you spend-
diverse.
It
So
is.
nothing that would help us in this particular instance.
If you
Well, the
spend
bats
1 minute touching the cauldron with a unicorn's horn while reciting the poem called The Witch Queen's Cauldron, all creatures within 1,000 feet of the cauldron, except for those that are attuned to it, become frozen in time. A time-frozen creature is incapacitated, cannot move or speak, doesn't age, and is unaware of its surroundings or the passage of time. Moreover, it cannot be harmed in any way, or affected by any other magic. All other conditions and effects on the creature are suppressed until it is no longer frozen in time. Destroying the cauldron, sending it to another plane of existence, or touching it with a unicorn's horn for 1 minute while reciting the cauldron ends the time-freezing effect on all creatures.
Anything, Percy?
Lots of stuff.
Like what? Give us
I
smart
can't.
notes.
Um,
Cauldron good or cauldron bad?
right now it's kind of bad.
Okay.
What happens if I were to pour blood in it and stir it?
It's not.
Does anything happen if I yell into it?
As I start pouring blood, you start yelling into it.
I just put it in the cauldron. I go, ah!
All the bats fall asleep.
As Snickersnack says, "Where did he get all that blood? Is he evil?"
I have Drew's still out.
You guys don't keep gallons of blood?
I will not up the heart and I hold it next to me as I go, ah!
You do have to be attuned in order to use the things.
Okay.
Well, cauldron seems useless. Next.
Do you tell us about destroying it?
Did we learn how to destroy it?
Well, you learned that destroying it or transporting it to another plane of existence, or touching it with a unicorn horn while reciting the cauldron will.
Yeah, I would say that.
You don't know the poem, but you know it exists now.
So couldn't we just chuck it into the void?
Maybe, but what if it just reappears somewhere in here?
Well, but then we tried it.
Right, but what if it reappears somewhere else in the Fae that we don't know where it's at, but it's still here, and someone else finds it?
There is no second try with that
Right.
weapon.
How do we try and destroy it here as it stands right now?
Cody would like to try something.
What would you like to try?
Is there any... Okay, so this is where Cody's mind is at, right? So Zybilna used to be the boss of Mr. Witch and Mr. Light,
Yes.
right? So she must have had some way of contacting them, right? So his thought process is to search Zybilna. Does she have anything that looks like it would be like a magic mirror or anything like that that she might have like spied on people? Scroll, maybe like a particularly talkative parrot who just got chucked out of the window and has a brick.
I do not know what you could be referring to. What a strange thing to say.
Indeed.
Let's find out, shall we?
And then barring that, maybe check this table.
King Earth.
Searching her body, go ahead and roll an investigation.
Ooh, somebody's helping me,
you.
right? Stream dice roll. Double sevens. So 5.
It's with the way that her robes are concealed, you can feel,
-2 intelligence.
you can feel objects as if there would be pockets, but you cannot find the openings to any pockets.
Can't find the pockets.
She has pockets, but it's madness.
No, it's magic.
I mean, this is the Feywild.
So, barring that, I'm going to go check the table north of here, because that looks like a meeting room.
Excellent. I'm glad you did that.
Oh, no.
This chamber contains a round, marble-topped table ringed by high-backed chairs. Between the table and a curved wall of a tall, slender glass windows and oh my gosh. I cannot read tonight. I apologize. Between the table and a curved wall of tall, slender windows stands a motionless, white-haired wizard wielding a staff that has glittering frost erupting from its tip.
Gandalf.
Is the marble top of the table incredibly reflective?
It is fairly reflective.
All right, I'm going to look down into that, see my reflection, and then recite the poem that I brought us to the Feywild.
Nothing happens.
And then I'm just going to go, Mr. Witch, Mr. Light, we found Zybilna. We need help because we don't have a unicorn horn. If you could open this portal so we could shove the cauldron through.
As you yell, you hear a piercing screech through the wall to your right. It sounds like a massive bird.
All right, I go to the massive bird.
So, going over it, there's a wall.
Mm-hmm.
There's a door at the bottom of this room.
Okay, I open that door.
I follow him.
You're in a hallway. There is a door below you, a door behind you, and a hallway.
I call out again, bird! And then I follow the sound.
I follow him.
Follow him wherever he may go.
Oh, I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on the Solstice while we're walking. Here you go, my love.
It appears it's coming from down this hallway here. And coming up, there is a set of double doors once again.
Bird! Follow that sound.
I can't believe that's working.
I keep thinking this place is going to stop being so weird.
An enormous owl stands perfectly still in the middle of this room, its wings partially outstretched. A wall of iron bars stretching from floor to ceiling forms a protective barrier around the chamber's entrance, keeping visitors separated from the owl. The wall across from the double door is a 20-foot wide circular opening sealed with hinged semicircular windows in wrought iron frames. The marble floor is littered with bones of giant rats.
What a magnificent creature.
So I'm going to cough subtly, and then in owl, ask him, excuse me, are you one of these messenger birds that they use?
I will eat you!
Okay.
So you're not a messenger bird.
And it starts clipping its beak at the bars to try and get in to eat both of
I
you.
want to free idiot. I have speak with animals, so I cast that. I say, we will release you. We mean you no harm.
Roll a persuasion
Oh my
check.
god.
Not an animal handler.
You're talking to it, other.
I will assist, as I've been friendly with it, maybe.
Persuasion. Okay. Assisting. Okay. 13.
Yeah, it did not roll that. It backs away for just a moment. Okay.
So, are you one of these messenger birds that the hags routinely use to send messages?
No!
Why are you trapped here?
My lady has not let me out.
Oh. How would we let you out? Is there a mechanism?
The door.
I open the door again. Just kind of like...
I approach the cage. And
The owl turns its head around without moving to look back at the wrought iron doors behind it.
actually, let me open these big doors over on the other side of the wall, because I'm assuming that's where it would take off.
These are wrought iron bars around.
You're in the cage.
You're in the cage, yeah.
Oh. What's stopping the owl from attacking us?
It can't get through the bars either.
It's like a shark cage.
Oh, I see. These
Kinda.
are over here. Okay, my bad.
Is there like a lever or like some kind of complicated doorknob on the far door?
No, there is not.
Mm.
All right, we're gonna work on this.
We'll workshop it. We'll be back.
You're sure you don't know how to get out of this room?
Why would I be here?
No, I mean like maybe there's something that you can't access that we can, is what I'm saying.
It shoves its beak back between the bars again.
Choose.
Poor creature. It's been locked up for too long.
Clack, clack, clack. Tongue comes out.
Clack, clack,
It goes around.
I put my hand towards
That away. All right, let's go.
It just needs affection to tame it, I'm sure.
Well, we'll
And
come
also-
back to give it effect.
I am but the mirror version of Cody Lilac, trapped
Oh,
inside of a
God.
mirror realm, so I
Let
don't
him
think
do
I
it.
even have a soul.
Let him do it. First, he has no idea what's going on. It's like, my Cody senses. Let him do it, Sophie!
Exiting the room back into the hallway.
Oh, I really thought that would work out.
Quick aside, does the dagger I picked up have a name so I can add it to my inventory?
No.
Okie dokie. We'll
I
just
would call it soon.
Okie dokie.
All right, so I go back to the rest and I was like, okay, so we can try chucking the cauldron. Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are not answering at the giant marble mirror in the other room, so I don't think they're available at the moment.
I look up from my scattered tarot deck around the ground. What?
Can I go poke the wizard?
Do you still have that piece of paper?
Yeah, you can still be with the wizard, what you dreamed and waited for.
Yeah.
You can have
Very-
all you ever wanted.
I'm going to
A
hand
good
you the
show.
paper. And then
Yeah, you
I
can.
want to poke the wizard.
His robes kind of rustle a little bit and then settle.
hand you the piece of paper. And then I'm going to catapult some rubble at the cauldron.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
I'm going to write on a piece of paper, Dear Jeltra, you need to contact Mr. Witch and Mr. Light to get in contact with us using the large marble mirror in Zybilna's castle. They are not answering from this end, and I feel like they could assist us. P.S. This is Cody. Love, Cody.
Mentioned this was called.
Dear Cody, the carnival has moved on. I am so sorry. I do not have a way of contacting them.
Dear Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
As you're starting to write that, There's a line underneath it that says, Cody, it's Geltrap.
Geltrap, get off the line.
Oh,
I'm trying to get in contact with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. Dear Mr.
They
Witch.
haven't helped us.
Cody, I think I'm the only one with this paper.
All right, say we move on.
Could you call your grandmother and tell her to do what she did with you, but with the cauldron?
Cody, while I appreciate your resourcefulness, I don't have any way of contacting her.
You know, I'm starting to think like this is still Mr. Basil doing something nefarious.
He starts the next note. Dear Grandma.
Mr. Basil.
How much damage are you capable to?
dear Mr. 16.
It gets a deck save.
It appears to have no effect on the cauldron. Not even any little pock marks where they hit. But there is a resounding bong as it resonates.
Maybe the jewels could come together and destroy it. They have to have some function.
Well, I mean, we have been flying around out of sequence, so perhaps there was some function they had that we missed.
What about the snagger thingy?
What about it?
Maybe that'll do something?
Snickersack, this cauldron is a dragon!
Ah! I killed dragons, not cauldrons.
The cauldron is a dragon.
It says it kills dragons, not cauldrons.
That will chip my patina.
It's worried about chippage. Makes sense.
Can I... And nothing when I identified told me like what would damage it?
It just said to destroy it, but it didn't say how to destroy it. So you do have... Go ahead.
Does anybody have any magical acid on their persons?
I thought you were some magical ones.
It's not magical, but it is acid.
Okay.
We tried bonking it with the wizard's staff.
No. I've not.
I did say earlier that Zybilna has pockets that I could not access. Maybe somebody else can figure out how to get in her pockets?
Oh, sure. I'll give it a shot. I will go over to Zybilna.
I do want to know what you were
Wizard's
going to do with
staff,
the
wizard's
acid, sir.
Sorry, there's too many things happening at the same time. What?
Well, it's a cauldron. That's acid. I've got some various things. I pull out the flower of acid damage. I pull out the haunting flute, and then I pull out a large iron key.
Where are you hiding?
Maybe we try to just make our own magic potion?
Does any of us have the skill to do so?
I have few skills, actually. I put them away and I walk over to Zybilna. And I would like to try to find those pockets.
I assume when he does that, I'm going to grab the staff from the wizard.
You cannot remove it from his hands.
I hand you a candle, some ball bearings for your potion, some oil.
A little kid making potion out in the dirt.
You said investigation checks?
I'm helping
9.
you.
Oh, you're helping. 17.
You are able to find the opening to pockets. They all lead to what feels like spaces much larger than they should be.
Code of holding. Used to it.
You find a small hand mirror, like kind of a folding compact mirror. You find wands that appear to be spent, several of them,
Okay.
as well as several fiction books.
Are any of them called the Unicorn's Horn?
No.
Are any of them books of poetry?
There is one.
Okay. I will flip through that to try to find anything about culture.
There is a poem inside of the book of poetry called The Witch Queen Cauldron.
Does it have anything about how to destroy cauldrons?
It says, 8 cats perched atop 8 dead attending. 8 lizards flee from 8 rats scavenging. 8 toads climbing meet 8 dead and falling. 8 snakes sneak under 8 bats screaming. 8 eyes open, always dreaming. All on the cauldron that is ever seeming.
I snap the book closed. We're going to need lots of animals.
I am Mr. Witch, Mr. Light, into the mirror.
Your face looking back at you. Nothing happens.
Trying to stick my finger through there.
Tap, tap, tap.
No, because that was the cats. Wait, did you read it out loud?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All those things are on the cauldron.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the bats screaming. If you scream into it, bats.
I don't know if we know about the bats screaming. I don't think Percy would have told us because me and Kate
We would
never
have
stopped
done it
screaming.
immediately. It's probably smart.
There
I
are
have to attune to it. Oh, that's true.
there are several doors leading off of this room, as well as the doors that Solstice and Cody found in the hallway, as well as another set of double doors that Basil found in the pool room.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to open the doors, but I don't think they're opening for me.
Oh, I brought the other
Tell
things
me
in. I was like, free things. I did not tell anybody about the dagger.
Hostess,
Yes.
I know you currently aren't a unicorn, but could you try touching your forehead to the cauldron?
I will.
Nothing happens.
I infuse with all the power and the responsibility of the unicorn.
Solstice, you cannot open the 3 doors towards the bottom of the room, but it appears every other door you do have the ability to open.
Well, the ones at the bottom of the room are the ones we haven't gone through, right?
You haven't been through this door, or the door that was in the pool room. And there were more doors in the hallway that you went through.
Okay.
Does anyone have a brass instrument?
What?
A horn?
It's a unicorn.
Yeah. So we give it to Solstice.
A unicorn's horn.
Don't want to be offensive. Solstice is not a unicorn right now. Solstice is a human right now.
He's massive, look at him. Goliath.
I use the mirror to try and call the unicorns in hither.
It's a mirror.
Come back. Hello.
I just sit on the ground and try and call everybody I know.
Solstice, did you want to open any of the doors?
So I'll go back into that hallway Cody and I had just come from and open one of the doors that we didn't go in before.
So you find this door here is locked.
They're flip-flop. A little help here!
I'll go follow.
Do you have a key?
We are the key.
Ah.
Percy, you are able to just immediately open the door as if it was never locked.
What's that?
Another frozen person, right?
The walls
Hopefully.
of this room are lined with square compartments holding bundles of rolled papers and scrolls. In the middle of the room, an elderly dwarf in gray robes with spectacles resting on the tip of his bulbous nose sits perfectly still behind a writing desk facing the door. The dwarf's quill is dipped halfway into an inkpot, and his bloodshot eyes are fixed on a sheet of parchment in front of him.
I'll read that parchment.
This might seem out of nowhere, but no one in the party has the banish spell, right?
Reading the parchment, it is an unfinished letter that Kalaminar Zaros is in the middle of writing that says, "Dear Rotten Ethel, you have requested access to ancient rituals handed down by Baba Yaga herself, rituals that can be used to fulfill bargains. I regret to inform you that Egwilv is unwilling to share her knowledge of these rituals with you at this time. Your coven has much work to do to earn her favor. Until then, she wishes you well in your dark dealings with the Mortal." Stops there.
Cade?
Oh, I was shaking my head in agreement that I do not have the banish spell.
No, Cade, come here.
Nope. Okay.
Percy said it has to be on a different plane of existence, right?
Right.
I roll the cauldron towards his pocket.
is too big.
Shenanigans.
I'm gonna search this room.
That was good.
Go ahead and roll
I
investigation.
help you.
We spend, while they're doing that, we spend the time trying to fit the cauldron into the box.
So 24? Sorry, 21.
You find that the scrolls in this room seem to be all of Zybilna's dealings with mortals. Different records of deals, of places she's been, planes. It seems she's been quite frequently around. There's also, you find a spell book on the dwarf's person, though it cannot be removed.
Looking through those, do I see anything about me? Like
With
places?
24?
21.
21. You're able, as you're going through, you're able to locate Faerun. And in there, everything's alphabetical. It's clear that this is very meticulously kept. And you do see a record of her visiting a warlock with whom she was not particularly pleased. And there, finding what is listed as a soul who might be useful.
Take it. I look at everyone else. See if she's done anything with anyone else.
In each of those, you do find records of her being aware of Basil and that he was coming to see her, and that she was curious to see what bargain a dwarf would make, as it was rare. You see dealings with not Cade directly, but many family members where bargains were made, some of which leading to their ultimate demise. And there is even towards the bottom a line where she discusses a deal with a unicorn, which she believed would not turn out as they hoped.
I'm gonna put the scroll back.
Cade squawked, Cade. Maybe if you open both pockets?
I suck my stomach in and I try to push the waistcoat together.
It's too wide.
Solstice?
Yes.
I think Zybilna is the one who changed you.
Really?
Yeah, the scroll I just read said something about a deal with a unicorn that she did, but was afraid it wasn't going to turn out how they wanted it to turn out.
Is my memory of this deal... Do I have any memory of it?
You remember speaking with an old, gnarled hag.
Well, I wonder what... That would be interesting if that was fate's design to bring us back to her. I don't know how to feel about her. Do I love her? Do I hate her?
Do you want to be a unicorn again?
Part of me does. Will always want to. But I'm also happy with my life now. Even if it is a short one.
Because I mean... Okay.
Maybe once we unfreeze her, she will have some answers to give.
Maybe we should check somewhere else now?
Yeah, let's keep looking.
Are you just going to stand there, or are you going to help?
I don't think I followed y'all. I think I'm still just in the other room.
Oh, I think they're both in the main room still. Is just Percy and
Oh, yes, with the waistcoat.
seeing the
Ah.
parchment.
I pick him up.
It reads basically, I fear I will be blamed of trickery, but I did what was asked of me.
Okay.
I think the reversal may not turn out as they had planned.
That is true. We have not had things work out as planned.
I apologize. I want to give you that part of it, and then the other, all of you in the other room. Are you two going back into the main room, or are you going to the next door?
I'm going to keep exploring.
Okay.
I'm going to
What are you
attune
all
to the
doing?
cauldron.
Okay. it's going to take an hour to do that.
So I'm going to tell the cauldron, do as I say. And like as we're struggling with it, that's like me. Like I keep saying.
After a minute, I'm just gonna give up.
I'd like to check out the doors in the
rolling it
bathhouse.
into you sitting.
So we need an hour for that to happen.
Yeah.
The time had started while they were already exploring that room.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and give it to Basil. If you go into the doors at the base of the bathhouse room.
Did you add your name to the book?
I was not around for the book.
This door is unlocked.
I enter it then if it's unlocked.
Loading music. One wall of this chamber is lined with wooden cubicles, each containing a small bench and a nook for hanging clothes. Underfoot, a mosaic floor depicts images of demons.
Images of demons. Can I see if is anything else happening in the picture, or is it just like demons, or is it like a whole story?
This floor is depicting the drowning of a city by demons.
Oh.
So you see some of them holding humanoid forms underwater. You see a flood wiping over buildings. You see demons celebrating over a floodplain.
What is wrong with this lady?
She's
I want to go over and poke the things on the wall, the hooks, see if they're sturdy.
They do seem very sturdy and very much like mounted in a way that you cannot actually see where they connect, just that they come out of the wall.
Interesting.
They're clearly for hanging clothes.
Well, nothing interesting in here.
There's another door on this side here.
Oh, yeah, I'll go through that door.
It is locked.
Nope, can't go through that door. Back the other way.
It does have a heart cameo above its arched frame.
I want to tell Nickade about that.
Okay.
Because I've seen you guys open doors, so.
All right, show me the way to the door.
Back to the
giving up?
door.
Show me the door
Yes.
that did this to you.
Show me the door.
Well, leave your waistcoat and I'll keep trying.
Not a chance.
Back to the door.
Okay, are you staying in the main room with the
Yeah,
gizzard to the cauldron?
I'm going to sit inside the cauldron and like ponder.
The door opens right up, and you find yourself in a familiar hallway for Cade. You all saw the entrance to this hallway after the rug room.
How much blood is in
Oh.
a human body?
A new
It's
hallway.
in my body still.
What is your take on this?
I do have several holes in me right now, I guess.
The hallway leads downwards towards where you had seen the rug before, and also leads upwards with an L turn.
I will point downwards towards the hall, towards the rug, and go, vicious rug that attacked us that way. And can I just, like, see, like, point to and try to get the door to the side?
Isn't that when you just came through?
Is that the one we just came through?
This is the other one you just came through.
Oh, I misinterpreted that. The door then next.
One of these doors leads to the...
You don't have vision for some reason. Let me give you vision. Apologies. There we go. There's a staircase that leads up that you've been through before.
Okay.
There's two more doors here that you were
Just-
unable to open last time.
Oh, I wish to open a door. I start trying.
It's locked.
Ah,
Is it locked when I try?
It opens.
all right. You can open doors from now on.
Okay, leather-bound tomes fill the tall shelves of this grand library. Rolling ladders anchored to rails above the topmost shelves allow for easy access to the higher books. Appearing from behind a bookshelf is an elderly, hunchbacked man carrying an open book. "The library is closed to visitors," he says, snapping the book closed and making no effort to hide his surprise or annoyance.
I go, you're not frozen in time?
"No, of course not."
I peek my head back through the hall and go,
We will return to Solstice
I don't
and
know
Percy.
if we can hear him. Although we're
You all had opened this door.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
Wow, we found a library. They found that thing.
they found death.
Paintings of fey creatures and the mounted heads of majestic elk with golden horns decorate the walls of this dining hall. In the middle of the hall, a deformed giant squats at the head of a table piled with food. The grease-stained tablecloth is tucked under the giant's chin, and she washes down each slobbering mouthful of food with a gulp from a barrel of beer. A tea cart in one corner of the banquet hall has an iron kettle and a tureen of steaming soup resting on doilies atop it.
She's moving.
Her back is to you, and she is eating.
So I just quietly look at you.
Cody, go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I forgot about this part.
Oh, nat 20, 21.
You
The
have,
cauldron does not drive you mad.
you have attuned to the cauldron,
Great.
and I need you to roll a D100.
I, no one is in the room with me, but like Cody's eyes suddenly like filled with light.
And it just bounces off the walls of the cauldron before they fade back to normal.
He fails the save, and the cauldron just
Just closes on top of him.
Drains his blood.
61?
While attuned to this artifact, you can use an action to cast one first-level spell from it. After you cast the spell, roll a d6. On the roll of a 1 through 5, you cannot cast it again until the next dawn. That
Do I get to pick the spell?
no.
First level. It's a first level, and you don't get to pick it. That's. I guess that's a thing.
Go ahead and roll another d100.
what level's Fireball?
3.
55.
55. Excellent.
It's mage.
Well,
God, no. Do not give him me.
I already have mage hand.
while attuned to this artifact, you are deafened when you are more than 10 feet away from it.
Oh, shit.
That's the detrimental one. Right.
Oh, no.
Right.
Wait, what's the spell, though?
Let me tell you.
It better be chromatic orb for all of this nonsense.
It's not a
It
level
better
1
be
spell.
blind
You
deafened.
know, we're not going to drag it around, so
I'm cursed now. We have to now.
It allows you to cast False Life.
Oh, yay. Thank you, Coulter. You're the best.
It's false life good.
No.
It gives you temporary hit points.
Oh, we need that. Needed that.
Now that I'm attuned to it, do I get any further information?
You get all of the same information that Percy got before, as far as all of the things that it can do while it's iron, and that if you touch unicorn's horn to it while reciting the poem, it will change form, and that the only way to end the time stop is to use the unicorn's horn or to destroy it.
I can't like shrink it smaller or anything like that. I know there's cauldrons that do that.
And with that attunement, a Fomorian in the dungeon, and a library recently discovered, that is where we'll end tonight. Thank you all so much for joining us for another episode of The Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Bro, this evening they destroyed a Jabberwock in one turn. With that, thank you as well to our patrons, Sparky, who is here tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Dacivid, Daniel, Rios Mom, Alistair, Sean, Rockelman, Death's Grasp, Eric Fox, Meepo, Dream Lover, Duke Relin, and Taku Arcana. And with that, we will come up with the tagline. Eventually! Stick around for a bit. We'll be back with Candlekeep Mystery shortly.